Congratulations are in order to the Andy Reid, Pat Mahomes, and the Kansas City Chiefs defeating the San Francisco 49ers. When you look at Andy Reid the last couple of years, and he's you root for the guy. He's a likable coach. He had tragedy. He's been very successful in the regular season. It's just when it came to the playoffs, numerous times the skeptics. The critics said that, he had a capable team that should be going to the football, and rarely ever did he even make it to the Super Bowl, much less deep into the playoffs. The playoffs seem to be, you can make the argument, Andy Reid's kryptonite. And what you've seen, you could almost make the argument in that game, or in general, that the Kansas City Chiefs kind of they play best when they're actually down, down a couple of scores. And that's at that point when they would turn it up a notch, right? And so they need to be down, you might argue, for them to be good. Well, last night's Super Bowl game was really more than just being down. It was probably, a side of Patrick Mahomes that you never had seen, really. What did he throw? 2 touchdowns. Not 2 touchdowns, but 2 interceptions early on. At that point, as the game was unfolding, maybe it was even an understatement. Horrific. Even with that long completion, it was a punt. It's amazing, you might say, as the game was unfolding, what a dominant front four can do to a quarterback. Listen, Pat Mahomes early on in that game looked very shaky, missing wide open receivers. Been high and wide pretty much that whole day. He took a huge hit near the goal line in that first half. I might even argue that maybe he was a little bit injured. Maybe the moment was too big for Pat Mahomes. He's just 24 years old. These are all thoughts that I'm sure we all had racing in our mind. And that's unless you were a Kansas City Chief fan. Those passes were lacking that zip. Was he even accustomed to playing such a tough defense like that? That defense was rushing at him with fierce determination, making him look rushed. Right? Again, did he get hurt early in the first quarter? Argue. Guys, we're hitting hard, hard and often. Listen, San Francisco up 3 with the ball. First down, run for 5. 2nd and 5, and they pass. Why? Maybe run the ball. They've done it in the past with success. They outsmarted themselves. 2 interceptions and punt. Even if they don't get first, they got to run the clock. Kansas City would have had less time and more distance to go. But you know what happened? They came back. And that's why he put everything aside him, and that's why you can argue that as of right now, being champion, it's the best quarterback in the game. That 44-yarder to Hill on 3rd and 15 changed the entire game. Obvious statement. Obvious statement. Listen, after taking a 20-10 lead, Niners with that big running game had the ball just 4 out of the final 17 minutes. It was all Chiefs. Congratulations are in order. The Kansas City Chiefs and Pat Mahomes, yet again, spotting a few points to the opposition, and that's when they woke up. Still picked himself up from the trenches in what was probably his worst game as a pro. I hope all is well.